Alright, so here we are upside down underneath the Ram 2500. Now, whilst it would have been a good idea to actually put a drain plug on the transmission, Dodge, like all the other fucking car manufacturers, don't want to do that because that would be too fucking helpful. So now what I gotta do is crack this and try and somehow control the fluid coming out of the pan. Those of you that have got sharp eyeballs, and you must have put them in a pencil sharpener, you will note here, this is cardboard. This is being done in my driveway because this baby doesn't fit on my Ram. Pah! But a note to you, if you are in America, go to your local Lowe's, your local Home Depot. This cardboard is between sheets of plywood and is obtainable. Now, they may want to charge you for it, which is fine. It stops you getting your driveway covered in crap or your garage floor, depending on where you're doing it. So just a thought, go and see the guys in the timber area and ask them, you know, is this available? Can you help me? I'm sure for a few dollars they'll be able to assist. You know what they say, you don't ask, you don't get. So, I'm gonna just keep moving here because I've got to find the right socket now. I'm just gonna grab a random socket. Random. And random says, Dad, I'm too fucking big, Mum. I've never had that complaint. Well, actually, they didn't complain, they just said, wow, you are a big boy, aren't you? As in my youth. That one's still too big. So let me get it's going to be the correct one and I'll tell you the size. It's this one. Yes, that's the correct size. Okay, so what the fuck? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Sorry guys, this is a 12 mil. No. I am too fucking small. So let me go here and pick up my 13 mil. Let's just check I'm not talking it out of my ass. No, this says it's a 13. That is not a fucking good fit. That is disgusting. Ah, crap. Alright guys, sorry, I'm gonna have to go away and come back because I will not use something that is that loose. This is millimeter shit and I hate millimeters, as I'm sure you're all aware. Let me go and get some proper American. Okay, I'm bringing you along for the ride here. You know, I could edit this out and, oh look, there it is done. That's not the way I work, that's not the way I do videos. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going to have to put up with me being upside down. These are 1/2 inch. Good old American sizes, 1/2 inch. None of that metric shit. So what I'm going to do, and it's going to create a mess, is I'm going to undo the back ones and then slowly loosen the front ones, and the transmission fluid will piss out everywhere. So let's get into it. You're going to have to put up with the noise because that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to leave that out of the way for the moment. And believe me guys, get something like this. You don't have to buy Snap-on. I just happen to like them because I think they're fucking good. But it just makes life so much easier. Okay, I'm just going to put them to one side in a nice little sexy pile Sexy. What the hell's sexy about that? Me, because I'm a horny bastard. And I'm sorry if you're not enjoying the view here, but woo, camera's moving. Whoa, sorry about that. Camera's moving around. Let's put that there. Okay. Believe me, guys, this is fun. Roll around on your back. It's more fun when there's a woman on top of you and you're rolling around on your back. That doesn't seem to be happening for me these days. Guess I'm getting old. Well, the fact that I'm actually married and having women roll around on your whilst you're on your back is probably not good, because the wife will probably, who am I kidding? Probably she'd kill me. Actually, maybe she wouldn't kill me, but she sure as hell wouldn't divorce me. Okay, hang on, guys, I'm sorry. This camera is fucking on my head. Alright. Now let's see, I've undone all of those. Alright, and I have... I'm just feeling around. I like to feel around. So I now have just these four. Hopefully you can see those. Oops. Maybe that's better. You can see those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me take the two outer ones off. This is going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, fun, sun. Oh, my camera's moving on my head. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to put up with this. Oh, that's good. Oh, no. Don't. Oh, my camera's come off. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Be Jesus. What the fuck? Be Jesus, babe. Jesus. What the fuck? Oh, yes. Okay, let's crack them off a little. This is going to get real fucking messy here. Okay, I've undone that one and I'm going to put it back in. Why? Because I don't want the pan to fall on my fucking face. On my face that is for fucking. Going to do the same with the next one. Now it would appear that this... Give me a second. Okay. Everything is undone. Dun 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 dun. Haha. Alright. Thank you cunts for designing it like this. I have a rough end of a pineapple for your asses. Why would you not put a drain plug on a pan? There's one on the oil pan. Why didn't you put one on the drain pan? It's not fucking difficult. It's not rocket science, but you are retards. I mean, even if you want us to go to the dealers, you're making the poor bastards in the dealer shop deal with it. All right. So I'm going to try tugging on it. I really don't hold out much hope. I think I may have to go get something to prise it off. If not, I am just about to get covered in a shitload of transmission fluid. And it won't move. All right, give me a second. Let me go get the appropriate tool to pry it down and get covered in shit. Hurricane size sockets. All right, not sure what kind of a view you guys are getting. I'm upside down. These are my two weapons of choice. An old woodwork chisel. Woodwork. Great tool for doing this kind of shit. I think as soon as I manage to get this in here somewhere, we are going to see a flood. I just want to try and keep my ass out of the way of it. So let's see. Maybe I don't need the hammer. Who knows, huh? We will see. What are your bets? Take your bets. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Well, those of you betting against the hammer, you're wrong. Now I've got to be careful because I don't want to distort the transmission pan. Of course the chisel gets in the way. It's too long, isn't it? Like my penis, it's way too long. But we can try. Tricky Woo. So Tricky Woo again. Hello, Tricky Woo. Maybe if I try here. Yes, I know that's early, but I'm starting to get my... Oh boy, this one's been well and truly fucked. Why am I not surprised? Because I'm not surprised. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's a good angle. Especially if you get it in the right hole, bitch. I'm trying to hit this left-handed, and I am a right-handed person, so this is not easy. It's not good. Oh boy! Oh! I see a trickle. There's somewhere I can get some kind of lever edge. I can try. Just I don't know what kind of view you guys are getting, but probably better than the one I'm getting. Ah, could I, would I, should I do this against this bolt? I'm sorry, I can feel the camera moving on my head, guys, and I really am trying to... Wow. This motherfucker has been really stuck. Must have been that so-called professional, I guess. I'm going to turn you off and... Okay, I had to get at the right angle here to belt that chisel in. And as you can see, this is the fucking mess it created. Fortunately, it didn't go on the camera. Some of it is going in the drain pan, but not a lot. This is why I put a huge piece of cardboard down. Now the pan itself obviously is still full of fluid, and I now need to undo those final two bolts, get as much of this crap as I can into the drain pan, and oh, pardon me, clean it up under here, replace the filter and the gasket, put it all back together. However, I'm going to leave this overnight now, once I get the other two bolts out of the way, and let this shit soak into the cardboard. I will then cut the cardboard out, get it out of my way, and slide in a nice new piece of cardboard. In fact, as I say that, I don't even think I'm going to waste my time trying to cut this out. I'm just going to slide a new piece of cardboard on the top, and I got quite a few of them. Why? Because I know these jobs are fucking messy. Had I not had the cardboard down, this would be on my driveway. Not something you want, eh guys? So it's worth a trip to Home Depot for a few bucks, or Lowe's, or whoever is your local hardware store that has these big sheets of cardboard. All right, now I'm going to get those last 2 bolts out, dump the pan, and leave this fucker to drain overnight, and then I'll come back to you for me tomorrow, for you in a nanosecond. See what I can do. Hang on. Okay, so I undid the final 2 bolts, and the pan dropped straight into the bowl, through its shit everywhere. Good God. Why do I do this? So there's the filter. It's got to be replaced. I need to undo whatever bolts that is that holds it together, and then let this fucker continue to drain overnight. I do apologise, you're seeing this at some rather weird angles, but that's what happens when you're upside down underneath the car. So here we are, upside down again. To get this filter off, the closest I could find is a Torx T25. So it's still going to get messy here, but it's already fucking messy anyway, so let's give it shit, shall we? Hopefully you're getting at least a half decent view. There's one. And this is going to get messy when that final one comes out. And I can stick it in the hole. Okay. Okay, let's get back in here. Let's see what happens. Yeah. There she blows. All right. So we've got these 3 screws out. I am absolutely covered in transmission fluid. As you can see, it's glugging away. At least I hope you can see it. I'm going to leave this fucker overnight to drip, drip, drip. And I guarantee when I come here in the morning, it will still be fucking dripping. So there you go. Let me try and back out of here. I want to show you the fucking mess that you're going to get into. I'm sorry, it's this particular truck has a there's steps on the side, and it keeps catching me in the nuts. And whilst that's rather nice, it's not female, so I'm not interested. Freddie Mercury might be, and so might Elton John, but I'm not. Oh shit, I've got to take my light out too. Oh, give me my towel. Oh, you can't manage without your towel. What's that from, guys? Ho ho ho. Another test question for you. You cannot do anything unless you know where your towel is. Well, they may not be quite the right words, but you need to know where your towel is, and you can't manage without your towel because the Vogons will get upset too. Ooh, hint, hint. All right, let me see. Hang on, I'm gonna take this off my head. Sorry, guys. So there we go. This is the mess I've got myself into. This is the mess on the floor, and that can join it. Get my light out of the way. There it is, guys. Filter is off, pan is off. Let that fucker drip overnight. In the bowl here is the pan. Oh, great. And also one of the bolts. The rest of them are over there, kind of dribbling. I should, I was going to say in theory, that's not quite true. In reality, remove my tools from out here to stop little thieves. But if they want to crawl under here and steal them, now I want to say they're more than welcome, but they're not fucking welcome because I hate thieves. But I can't be bothered to move them all inside. All right, this is, well, it's not quite the end. The next phase of the transmission thingy, which I want to say, in all honesty, this may well I just might push this out. The next phase is to put the filter back on, clean up the pan, put the pan back on, and top up the transmission fluid. So the only I want to say interesting or other part that you may not be aware of if you're doing this and you've never done it before is you fill it to the full mark. You then start the engine and you put your foot on the brake and you run backwards and forwards through the transmission gears. And I suggest you do it at least twice. Then finish up in park, of course, and check the fluid level. It will be low. You then top it up. You then do the same procedure again. And this is done with the engine running. Okay, so engine running, don't go anywhere for Christ's sake, but engine running, go through the gears, obviously with your foot on the brake, otherwise you're going to have fun. And I would suggest you do this 2 or 3 times, whatever you're happiest with. And each time you check the fluid level and take it from there. If it needs more, you put more in. If it needs less, well, you went crazy, didn't you, you dumbass? So don't do that. Just take it easy, take your time. But do, after you've put fluid in, go in the vehicle and go through the gears. It fills up all of the, what's the word? Chambers and solenoids, and make sure that you've got fluid everywhere you should have fluid. That's it on the transmission side. I will be releasing another video on all the other shit that I got to do on this truck. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. Like, comment, subscribe, ding the dong. Now get out in that garage and do some shit. I am. Well, finally got the pan out and drained the fluid away. Looks like, oh my god, look at that. Wow, that's some thick shit. Alright, so we'll give this a clean up, scrape off the old gasket sealant by the looks of it. Yeah, looks like whoever did this last just slapped sealant everywhere. Oh dear. Alright, I hope the new one comes with the correct rubber gasket. I will find out in a little while. Just wanted to show you guys this, and not terribly thick there, but on the magnet there it is most definitely thick. Alright, let's clean it up. Well, hopefully you can see that what looks like a reflection is actually a grey sheen, and that is metal particles that have come off of the transmission and been trapped by the magnet, which I'm obviously now cleaning off. Just thought I'd show you that. Alright, let's get the gasket off. Oh, and by the way, with this gasket goo, the method I find best, and you know, you do it how you want, is I'll go over it first of all with a relatively sharp blade to get the big lumps off, and then I get my wire brush out and my electric drill and go around the edge. This is okay because it's a steel pan. You can't do that on an aluminium one because it will damage it, but on the steel one, not a problem. And for those of you that are curious, yellow scraper, curious yellow, what the heck? That was a movie back in the 60s, around 67. I think it was a Swedish porn movie. Curious yellow. Digressed again. This is the scraper I use, and it's, once you get under the edge Sorry, keep your hands behind the blade because it's sharp. And this is a Stanley scraper. You can get these online, and I think they're great. Well, you can see how well it's getting in there and taking this gasket off. I'm really not going to have too much left to do with the wire brush, which is great. And I'm just gonna, that's better. There we go. How's about that then, guys and gals? Oh, that's that creep, isn't it? That pedophile Savile. Yeah, disgusting little bastard. Sorry, bad experiences with pedophiles. There you go. So yeah, now I can just go around and get these last little pieces off. I'll give it another wash in the old parts washer, purely because I want to make sure I get all this crap out. You see this here? I don't want any of that getting in the transmission. And the only sure way to do that, in my mind, is to put it back in the parts washer and do it again. Let's get together and do it again. He dances off into songs, this guy. The trouble is, he can't sing to save his bloody life. Oh, look at this go. Oh, 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 it's magic. This must have been the previous amount of crap that was in there, and whoever did this didn't bother. Okay, that I'm going to have to get the wire brush on. Oh, look at it. It's everywhere. I didn't see that. Oh, jeez. Here we go again with these so-called professionals. Yep, I'm going to have to get me... Actually, I'll probably get my little chisel in there first. Let me go and grab that. I would say don't go away, but you don't really have a choice, do you? Well, I guess you do. And again, yes, my good old woodworking chisel. Yeah, that'll get a fair chunk of it out. Yeah, and the rest will come out with the wire brush. Okay, time to get that out. Here we are. It is all cleaned up now. Not worried about these little pieces in the corners there. Went over this with a wire brush and then some cleaner, and then rinsed it out in the parts washer. The kit you need for the transmission is a TF127. That's if you get it from AutoZone. In here you'll find a rubber gasket and another rubber gasket and the filter. And what looks like some instructions, some very important instructions. Please read. Don't think so. That is nice and clean now. Don't forget it goes this way up when you put it in, so that this little hole here goes onto the pipe. And let me put it with this nut, because that's the nut that came off. I've got to choose a gasket. Well, let's try this one and see if this one is the one for this particular pan. It gives it for both. Oh, look at that. Shit. Got it right first time. Yep, just make sure. And then what I like to do with my trusty thrusty bolts is I like to put them through and spin them up, and I'll do all of those. I've got to get the other ones out from underneath the car and clean them, because I don't want to put them in dirty. And I put them through every hole, and fortunately the rubber holes here are smaller than the diameter of the bolt, so it holds it in place. That way you don't get your gasket messed up and in the wrong place. And this you can then recycle. It's a pity, but I guess it works out cheaper than having two kits, because it probably has the same filter, and it just means that this is disposable. And do let me apologise about my bench. It's terrible. It shouldn't be like this, but I've been so busy lately I haven't even had a chance to tidy up anything. All right, now get the rest of the bolts and I'll pop them in from underneath, and I'll just show you that. Here it is now, ready to go in. Filter there with the 3 screws, and as I mentioned, I've put in all of these bolts through the rubber gasket, and it holds the gasket in position, which is good. I like that. Also, it does give you a second chance to make sure you haven't lost a bolt before you crawl underneath and start putting it all together. And you know, bolts do wander off sometimes when they're feeling bored. Right, that is it now. Put the pan back on, fill up the fluid to the correct level, and as I'm sure you're aware, but I'll mention it anyway, once you've poured in the required amount on the dipstick, you then start it up, run through the gears twice, and then check the level again, and you check it with the engine running. There you go. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and there will be more to follow. Maybe not in this particular part, which is part 2, because I've got the clock spring to do, and the shocks to do, and the brakes. There may be 4 more videos, who knows, or maybe I'll combine a couple depending on how much I need to do.